How we doing, Xbox gamers? Welcome back to another top 5 video. And yes, in today's top 5 video, I'll be going through the top 5 cooling fans you can get for your Xbox Series S. Yes, the Xbox Series S. Now guys, I know a lot of you like the Xbox Series S cooling stand video, the top 5 video of that. So I thought, why not do a top 5 video of the Xbox Series S cooling stands, the top 5 best ones. I thought it would be just the suitable video to do since I did the Series X cooling fans. But if any of you are new here, guys, or if you haven't already, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn that notification bell on so you never ever miss any great content like this. Now remember guys, every single Tuesday a new top 5 video drops, and every single Friday a new news and talks videos drops. You don't want to miss any of those videos, guys. Remember to comment any of your thoughts down in the comment section below as well as any questions or queries as well. Feel free to do that, guys. Now let's get straight into my number 1 cooling fan. Now coming in at my number 1 cooling fan spot for today, guys, is the YUANHOT dual purpose cooling fan. Now the reason why it's in my number 1 spot, because it's well priced, sitting at $52.99. Yes, you're hearing me correctly, $52.99, and its features do not end there. You can change up to 3 settings of fan speeds. It can go slow, medium, or fast, depending on what game you're playing or what game requires more cooling speed. You can choose it to however you like. It comes with 2 USB ports you can plug in. One's for transferring, so you can hook up a hard drive to it, and which it won't affect it at all. You won't be losing a USB port, which I think is great. And the other USB port is for charging specifically only, which I think is a great idea. Another cool feature about this is you can place it either on the top or on the bottom of your console, which I think is very innovative by YUANHOT themselves. I thought this was a great feature that they added to it. But basically, I've already said the pros. The pros is the high speed fans for efficient cooling. That's what it provides. It can either work on a vertical or a mounted fan, which I think is pretty cool. And the price is very, very much affordable, as well as you're getting a transfer USB port in it as well, which are all the pros about it. The only thing, like I guess the con about it is it only comes with 2 USB ports, which is a letdown. But other than that, it tops every single other cooling fan, because all the cooling fans on this list are pretty expensive. This one's the cheapest one. If you're looking for a cheap cooling fan that's really efficient and comes with a USB port that can have transferring abilities to have a hard drive to it, this will be the one for you, and that's why it's in my number 1 spot. Now let's move on to my number 2 spot for today. Now guys, coming in my number 2 spot for the cooling fans today is the ZAONOOL 4 cooling fan cooler system. Now the reason why it lands in my number 2 spot is because it's got a total of 4 cooling fans, one up the top, one up the bottom. Basically the little device comes with 2 little cooling fans in each little panel, which I think is great. It comes with 2 USB ports. Remember, this one also comes with the transferring USB port as well as a charging one, and as well as a USB-C import as well. It has a little controller fan button as well as an LED indicator up the top, which I think is cool. The LED indicator represents the speeds, green being the slowest, orange being medium, and red being the fastest setting on this cooling fan. Now the reason why it didn't land number 1, and obviously it sounds a lot better already, is because it's slightly inferior to the YUANHOT cooling fan. So it doesn't cool as efficiently as the YUANHOT one, but it still does the job very well, which I think is why it's in my number 2 spot, or it's the reason why it's in my number 2 spot. It produces no sound whatsoever, so it's very quiet. It will not distract you at all while you're gaming. It will make really loud sounds, which I think is great. Basically, the pros about this is it's very easy to install. It doesn't take much to install at all. It's just super easy. It comes with 4 cooling fans, which I think is great. It produces a little bit more during, like, I guess, operation. When it's like obviously running, it's going to run a lot better, make the console run better. Sorry for tripping up on my words there. The only real con about this basically cooling stand is that it is very expensive. It sits around $118.21 on Amazon, so it's very pricey, but it's still very worth its money. And also, as I said before, it's inferior to the YUANHOT cooling stand, and that's why it's in my number 2 spot. So now let's move on to my number 3 spot. Now guys, coming in my number 3 cooling stand for today's video is the Auarte all-in-one vertical cooling stand. Now, as you can see from the picture and the video behind, yes, it comes like in an all-in-one little organizer, which is why it lands in my number 3 spot. It's a vertical setup, which I think is great. It's got a headset holder as well as a plain charge kit in the cooling stand, which I think is pretty damn fancy for a cooling stand. It's an all-in-one type thing. Now, I think it's great. It keeps all your stuff organized. The cooling fan in it is very, very effective in keeping your console cool. From all the reviews I've been reading as well, it's very, very powerful, which I think is great. It's very, very efficient at what it does as well. Basically, the pros have already said it's highly powerful and efficient cooling fans. It's guaranteed to keep your console warm during intense gaming moments, which I think is great as well. It comes with a headphone holder. Basically, I haven't seen this on many other cooling stands. There's very unique ones out there with this design as well, which I think is cool. And it also comes with play and charge kits as well, and it keeps your stuff organized. You're basically getting a whole package here for $104.70. It could be yours. I think it's fairly priced just on based off of like all the things you're getting in the one package. That's why it lands in my number 3 spot. The only real cons about it is it's just you know, it could be a bit cheaper here and there with a few things. Obviously, it does feel a bit cheap, and people have complained it feels a bit cheap. But other than that, it's been very, very positive. It lands a 4.5 star rating overall. Not really any cons. It's why it's in my number 3 spot for today's video, guys. Now let's move on to the number 4 cooling stand. Now, coming at my number 4 cooling fan spot for today, guys, is the FASTSNAIL vertical cooling stand. Now, the reason why it lands in my number 4 spot is just because of its price purely. It sits at $395.49. Yes, it's a very, very expensive cooling fan, but bear with me, guys. It gets a lot better from here. Now, obviously, it has been really well known for it holding up for its performance. Basically, it holds your Xbox nice and cool. It keeps it cool during intense gaming moments. A lot of people have said that it's done the job really well. Lands a 4.3 star rating on Amazon overall, which I think is very, very good. So it holds its end of the bargain really for why it's that price. Basically, its performance supports its price, which I can agree on, but just a little bit too much in my opinion, I guess, as well. Basically, the pros of this console, it comes with a multifunctional design, as you can see, another headphone holder device as well, which is like another win for me. It also comes with 2 play and charge kits, which can last up to 20 hours of gameplay, which I think is great as well. I think it's a great feature that they've added as well, another cooling stand that can basically support play and charge kits. You can charge it up while you're not gaming. It is all just organized as well, which I think is good. The only real cons about this console is that it comes with a hefty price, $395.49, but its performance supports its price in a way, but I think it's too expensive still. And the cooling fan is just a bit too loud. It's just a bit distracting from what I can hear and see from reviews as well. That's why it's in my number 4 spot, just because of the fans and its price. But other than that, it's a great cooling fan. It will not let you down, guys. If you want to check it out, remember, all the links will be in the description below, so make sure you go check that out right now. Now we're going to move on straight into my number 5 spot. Now, coming in at my number 5 spot for today's video, guys, is the MENEEA vertical cooling stand for the Xbox Series S. Now, this one's basically similar to all the other ones that I've already said before. Basically, I'm going to start off with its price. It sits at $98.21, which is pretty reasonable, I guess, as well. It's got 2 controller charging stations, which I think is great. You're going to be able to charge your controllers after you game, which I think is great. The fans have been really well known for cooling the fan, like cooling your Xbox, efficiently. It's very mid-range. You can also change it from medium, fast, and slow. It's got an indicator light as well, an LED indicator, which I think is great. Similar to the ones that I've already said before, but that's why it's in my number 5 spot, because it's similar to most. It's just a very simple design and very simply priced as well, which I think is great. It's also got a rubber bottom, so it can suck up cool air underneath the console and provide it the cool air it needs, which I've seen a lot of feedback from reviews, reading all the reviews on the Amazon website. Remember, guys, links will be in the description below for all these products, so make sure you go check that out. Now, other than that, it's got a 4.3 star rating on Amazon. Very solid. A lot of people have liked this product as well. 68% of people have liked this product, and I personally like the design and look of this product. So if you're looking for something like, I guess, mid-range, this will be the one for you. But if you want to go with better options, I'll probably suggest number 1, the YUANHOT cooling vertical stand. Personally, for me, that one's the best. But other than that, that lands in my number 5 spot. The MENEEA lands in my number 5 spot just because of its simplicity, and it will just get the job done for average price cooling stand. Now guys, that pretty much wraps up today's top 5 video on the top 5 Xbox Series S cooling stands you can currently get on the 2023 market. Now remember guys, as Amazon affiliate links will be in the description below, so if you want to help me out, click on the link and do your Amazon shopping through those links, because guys, that will help me out so much. I will appreciate that. I do appreciate that. So make sure you go do that. And remember to make sure you like, subscribe, and turn that notification bell on so you never ever miss any great content like this. Now remember guys, every single Tuesday and Friday a new video drops, a top 5 video every single Tuesday, and a news and talks video every single Friday. So make sure you don't miss any great content like that. And I'll catch you all in the next video.